Greatest turbo cars you forgot of the 80s. The 1980s was a decade of bold innovation in the automotive world.
Daytona Shelby Z.
And one of the most thrilling developments was the rise of turbocharged engines. These cars didn't just offer speed, they promised an electrifying driving experience that still captivates enthusiasts today. From American muscle to sporty sedans, manufacturers were pushing the limits of what turbo engines could achieve, blending power, performance, and style. But some of the greatest forgotten turbo cars of the 80s have been largely overlooked over time, overshadowed by the iconic legends of the era. In this video, we're taking a trip down memory lane to rediscover 9 forgotten turbo cars that defined a generation but may have slipped under the radar. Which turbo car from the 80s do you think deserves more recognition? Or is there a classic turbocharged car you've always dreamed of driving? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to know your favorites. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Muscle Car Masters channel for more fascinating automotive insights. Chrysler Conquest TSI.
There's a fire-breathing creature Chrysler has imported from Japan. Conquest TSI. The intercooled turbo coupe built by Mitsubishi.
One of the standout gems of the 1980s turbocharged car scene is the Chrysler Conquest TSI, a performance machine that continues to ignite nostalgia and passion among automotive enthusiasts. The Chrysler Conquest TSI, produced between 1984 and 1989, is a rare and thrilling performance car that continues to capture the hearts of car enthusiasts. Born from a collaboration between Chrysler and Mitsubishi, the Conquest TSI was based on the Japanese Starion Turbo Coupe and served as its ultimate version. With a wider body, more powerful engine, and sportier design, the Conquest TSI was a true performance machine. Under the hood, it featured a 2.6-liter turbocharged engine, producing 188 horsepower and 234 pound-feet of torque, making it a fast and fun car to drive, reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds and achieving a top speed of 140 miles per hour. As one of the greatest turbo cars of its time, the Conquest TSI remains a highly regarded piece of automotive history, often overlooked in favor of more famous turbocharged models. In 1986, Mitsubishi produced 19,438 units of the Conquest TSI, peaking with over 11,000 units sold in the U.S. that year. However, by 1989, production had significantly dropped to just 1,961 units, marking the model's discontinuation as Mitsubishi shifted focus to developing the GTO Dodge Stealth. Recently, interest in the Conquest TSI has surged among collectors. For example, a 1987 model with only 36,000 miles sold for $23,750 in 2021, reflecting the rising value of these rare cars. The Conquest TSI's combination of speed, rarity, and history has cemented its place as a coveted collector's item. This version incorporates the specifics of production numbers in 1986, the steep decline in 1989, and the specific sales price of the 1987 model. The Omni GLHS. Next, we move to the Omni GLHS, a high-performance version of the Dodge Omni, which is one of the most iconic sleeper cars of the 1980s. The GLH, an acronym for Goes Like Hell, was a high-performance model, while the GLHS took things up a notch by adding the S for s'more, signaling even greater speed and power than its predecessor. Modified by Shelby Automobiles, only 500 units of the 1986 GLHS were produced, making it a rare collector's item today. Powered by a 2.2-liter Turbo 2 engine, it produced 175 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque, which was a significant upgrade from the original Turbo 1 engine in the regular Omni GLH. These enhancements included a larger turbocharger, intercooler, bigger throttle body, and Shelby-designed intake manifold, pushing the car's performance to impressive levels. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds and complete a quarter mile in 14.9 seconds. Making it faster than many V8-powered rivals at the time. A prime example of forgotten turbo cars, the Omni GLHS showcased impressive performance while remaining largely overlooked by mainstream car enthusiasts. In recent years, the Omni GLHS has gained increasing interest among collectors. Examples in good condition with relatively low mileage have been sold for prices ranging from $13,000 to $15,000, highlighting the growing demand for this rare and exciting vehicle. One such car, a 1986 model with 69,000 miles, fetched $14,750 in 2023. The Omni GLHS is not just a symbol of Shelby's engineering prowess, but also a reminder of how a compact car could challenge the dominance of muscle cars in an era of high-performance vehicles. Pontiac Grand Prix McLaren Turbo. The 1989 Pontiac Grand Prix McLaren Turbo is a rare gem in automotive history, created through a collaboration between Pontiac, the American sunroof company, and McLaren. With only 3,500 units produced, this special edition featured a 3.1-liter V6 engine boosted by a turbocharger. Producing 205 horsepower and 220 pound-feet of torque. The McLaren tuned engine was paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission, optimized with upgraded clutches and a torque converter for enhanced performance. The Grand Prix McLaren Turbo could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.9 seconds and complete the quarter mile in 15.7 seconds. Impressive stats for its time. Although the car was priced at around $25,000 in 1989, making it quite expensive, only about 3,500 units were sold. It was not embraced by the broader car culture, particularly as the 1990s brought shifts in automotive tastes. Despite this, the Grand Prix McLaren Turbo has become a sought-after collector's car due to its limited production and cutting-edge features, including the first-ever heads-up display in a Grand Prix model. Today, models in good condition are fetching anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 at auctions, demonstrating the growing interest and appreciation among car enthusiasts. As one of the greatest turbo cars of the 1980s, it stands out as a unique blend of Pontiac muscle and McLaren engineering, a true symbol of 80s performance cars. The Shelby CSX VNT. The Shelby CSX VNT, produced between 1987 and 1989, was the pinnacle of the Shelby CSX series, representing a collaboration between Chrysler and Shelby Automobiles. As the last Shelby Dodge model, the CSX VNT showcased innovative technologies that were ahead of its time, making it one of the greatest turbo cars ever. Its standout features included the variable nozzle turbocharger, a joint development by Chrysler and Garrett, and composite wheels. These technological advancements allowed for smoother and more responsive power delivery, making the CSX VNT a true performance car. Powered by a 2.2-liter four-cylinder engine, it produced 175 horsepower and 205 pound-feet of torque, which was impressive for its size. With only 500 units produced, the CSX VNT quickly became a rare and highly sought-after collector's item. Initially priced at $15,995, it offered a unique combination of cutting-edge performance and design. While not a commercial success at the time, its rarity and significance in automotive history have driven up its value in recent years. For instance, in 2021, a CSX VNT with just 21,000 miles sold for $16,750 at auction, highlighting its increasing desirability among collectors. The Shelby CSX VNT remains an iconic part of Shelby's legacy, making it a standout among performance cars of the late 80s. The Ford Mustang SVO. Did you know that despite being a turbocharged powerhouse, only 9,844 units of the Ford Mustang SVO were sold during its production? The Ford Mustang SVO, produced from 1984 to 1986, is a unique chapter in the Mustang's storied history. Designed by Ford's Special Vehicle Operations Department, the SVO featured a 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine that challenged the performance of the traditional V8-powered Mustang GT. In its first 2 years, the engine delivered 175 horsepower, but by 1985, power increased to 205 horsepower before dropping slightly to 200 horsepower in 1986. This turbocharged engine not only provided impressive power, but also offered better fuel efficiency and handling compared to the V8. Despite its advanced engineering, the SVO struggled to gain traction with traditional Mustang fans. Its high price tag, hovering around $16,000, and its unconventional four-cylinder engine led to limited sales. Just 9,844 units were sold during its 3-year production run. Many buyers preferred the V8 engine's iconic sound and performance. However, over time, the Mustang SVO has earned a cult following among automotive enthusiasts, appreciating it for its unique engineering and performance. While it didn't achieve widespread commercial success, the Mustang SVO has cemented its place in Mustang history. It has become a classic, especially as Ford has revived the turbocharged four-cylinder concept with newer models like the 2015 EcoBoost Mustang. Today, it remains a highly regarded collector's item and is one of the forgotten turbo cars that defined a unique chapter in Mustang's evolution. Carroll Shelby. Next, Carroll Shelby, one of the most iconic figures in the automotive world, is best known for his high-performance vehicles that blend American power with European sophistication. In 1987, Shelby worked with Chrysler to create the Shelby Lancer, a turbocharged variant of the Dodge Lancer. In 1987, Carroll Shelby took the Dodge Lancer and elevated it into a performance vehicle with his distinct expertise. He produced only 800 units of the Shelby Lancer that year. Of these, 400 were equipped with a 5-speed manual transmission and cloth seats, while the other 400 featured a 3-speed automatic transmission and leather upholstery. Powered by a turbocharged 2.2-liter engine delivering 175 horsepower, the Shelby Lancer was built with a sport suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes, and a 10-speaker Pioneer CD audio system. It boasted impressive performance, reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds and completing a quarter mile in 15.7 seconds. Shelby's collaboration with Chrysler didn't stop there. He also worked on the Shelby Daytona and the Shelby Dakota, further solidifying his legacy in the performance car industry. His work on the Shelby Dakota, for example, led to limited edition trucks that fetched premium prices at auctions, with some selling for as high as $39,600. Shelby's enduring influence is reflected in the lasting appeal of his creations. His partnership with Ford, notably with the Shelby Mustangs, ensured that his name became synonymous with performance and innovation. Even his private collection, including models like the 1986 Dodge Shelby Omni GLHS, remains a part of the greatest turbo cars lineup, revered by collectors for their power, design, and historical significance.
Buick Regal Grand National Coupe. The street, the people all gather round, and they gaze in wide wonder at the car I have found. 200 horsepower, no time for chrome. They can tell right away that it's bad to the bone. Buick Regal Grand National Coupe.
Following the list, we will talk about the Buick Regal Grand National Coupe, first introduced in 1982, became an emblem of 1980s performance cars. In 1984, the Grand National made a comeback as an all-black performance version of the Regal T-Type, equipped with a turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 engine. The engine received a boost with the addition of sequential fuel injection and a distributorless ignition system, raising horsepower from 180 to 200. However, Buick wasn't content with just that improvement. In 1986, they enhanced the turbocharger further by adding an air-to-air intercooler, increasing both the boost pressure and horsepower to 235. By 1987, the Grand National reached its peak, with the regular version now offering 245 horsepower. The true star, however, was the rare GNX variant, which sported a modified turbocharger, larger intercooler, and upgraded suspension. This model boasted 276 horsepower on paper, but many enthusiasts believe it surpassed 300 horsepower in reality. The GNX was incredibly fast, with a quarter-mile time of just 12.7 seconds, faster than high-end sports cars like the Porsche 930 and Ferrari 40. Only 547 units of the GNX were produced, making it an incredibly rare and sought-after collector's item. Although production of the Grand National ceased in 1987, the model's legacy lives on, especially with modern custom builds pushing the limits of what the Grand National represents, such as the 1246 horsepower version showcased at SEMA. With just 20,193 Grand Nationals made in 1987, it remains a cherished icon in automotive history. The Dodge Daytona Shelby Z. The Dodge Daytona Shelby Z, introduced in 1987, was a groundbreaking addition to the sports car world. Built on the Chrysler K platform with a front-wheel drive layout, the Shelby Z featured a 2.2-liter Turbo 2 engine that produced 174 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque. Its turbocharger and intercooler upgrades enhanced performance, making it an exciting and powerful car to drive. The Shelby Z boasted impressive specs, including a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 7.3 seconds and a top speed of 140 miles per hour. It was equipped with a robust A555 transaxle, Getrag gears, and four-wheel disc brakes for enhanced handling, while the wider Goodyear Eagle Gatorback tires provide better grip on the road. Production of the Shelby Z continued until 1989, with around 10,000 units sold between 1987 and 1988. The model became a favorite among enthusiasts, with features like the Chrysler Infinity sound system and options such as the T-bar roof and sunroof package. As the Shelby Z earned its place in automotive history, it was eventually replaced by the Daytona IROC RT in 1992, but its legacy as a high-performance sports coupe lived on, maintaining the Shelby tradition of power and innovation. The Corvette B2K Callaway Twin Turbo. Finally, the Corvette B2K Callaway Twin Turbo, a special edition of the C4 Corvette, was produced in collaboration with Callaway Engineering from 1987 to 1991. This high-performance version featured a turbocharged 5.7-liter V8 engine that initially produced 345 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, which was a significant upgrade from the stock Corvette. The B2K package included a Doug Nash 4+3-speed manual transmission, Callaway D-mag wheels, and unique hood vents. Only 84 B2K Corvettes were made during the 5-year run, making them rare and highly collectible today. Priced much higher than the base Corvette, the initial cost of the B2K was around $19,995, rising to approximately $33,000 by 1991. A total of about 500 B2K units were produced, further adding to the car's exclusivity. One of the most extraordinary versions of the B2K was the Sledgehammer. Designed to break the world speed record for a street-legal car, the Sledgehammer featured a modified 898 horsepower engine and reached an astonishing top speed of 254.76 miles per hour in 1988. This car set a new record that stood for 11 years, solidifying the Corvette B2K Callaway Twin Turbo's place among the greatest turbo cars ever. Today, these cars are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity, unique features like the NACA ducts, and cutting-edge engineering. Even though the market price for a 1987 model has dropped to around $16,000, the Corvette B2K Callaway Twin Turbo remains an iconic symbol of American performance. The 1980s brought us some of the most exciting turbocharged cars, pushing the boundaries of speed and performance. These cars combined innovative turbo technology with stylish designs, offering a thrilling driving experience. However, despite their significance in automotive history, many of these forgotten turbo cars have faded from the spotlight. From the Dodge Omni GLHS to the Shelby CSX VNT, these vehicles were ahead of their time, offering exceptional performance, but often overlooked in favor of more iconic models. Do you think these forgotten turbo cars of the 80s deserve more attention in today's automotive world? Which one captured your interest the most? Let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating insights into automotive legends. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories like these.